Right now, I'm going to take you through exactly how Tim generated nearly $15,000 in a single day here recently by dropshipping digital products. And in this video, I'm also going to take you through the few simple steps that you can take in order to get your first sales by using this same exact method that Tim has. So please only keep watching this video if you're actually going to put into action the things I'm giving you here, because if you really do pay attention till the end, you're going to have a lot of valuable resources that you can take to building your own business and hopefully becoming the next Tim. What's going on? Tanner here with another video. I hope you're having an amazing and productive day so far. Just a few months ago inside of my Discord, I said the first person who hits $1,000 a day dropshipping digital products, I'm gonna fly out to and we're gonna do some in-person coaching to scale you even quicker. And the person that ended up winning that contest was Tim. So several months ago, we met up in Miami and they were doing $1,000 days pretty consistently. But now they have had a major breakthrough, reaching almost $15,000 in a single day just a couple days ago. And in last month, generating over $60,000, which is incredible. Now, he has a cool story if we rewind a year ago. I'm gonna play this video here really quick.
So wild to me how quickly things can turn around in your life. Literally less than a year ago, Julian and I, my roommate and business partner, were sitting in my house in Greensboro without any heat because we didn't want to spend money on gas. It was winter time, like 30 degrees outside, and we used space heaters because we didn't want to turn on gas and pay for the gas bill. I did DoorDash this summer, and I'm saying this because we just had our biggest, revenue month in the business so far. It's wild how far you can come if you are intentional and determined in what you're doing. I mean, regardless whether it's business, your fitness, whatever you're doing. But I mean, really, I guess the point of this video is just keep going. You'll see the results of what you did 90 days ago today. So pay yourself 90 days from now and put in the work now. But just wild how far you can come in a year. Really cool stuff.
Now, I really wanted to add that video in here just because it really goes to show how fast things can change if you're willing to make the sacrifices you need to make. And now I want to get into actually how he has been able to do this, because it's not like what you might think. Digital dropshipping is where we solve real-life problems with digital products. You may be familiar with dropshipping physical products, where you create an online storefront with Shopify, you find a supplier from overseas, and you start running ads and spending money hoping that you're gonna make a sale and just start making a ton of profit. But realistically right now, I think we can both agree that in the markets with all the chaos and everything going on in the world, not just is the business space more competitive than ever, but also it's a time where shipping times are delayed. And when you have delayed shipping times, that can cause tons of issues to your business, causing you to be out of pocket money to keep your business running. And overall, it's just not a great process. So what I recommend for many people just getting into this online business world is to start selling digital products instead. Digital products are anything from ebooks to guides to courses to challenges, videos, audios. Those are all in the technical form. And these are products that can instantly be delivered to your customers whenever they purchase from you. And you may think you have to create your own product to start doing this, but the reality is that you don't. You can drop ship a digital product. And when I say that, I just mean that you can find a product that already exists and get the rights to it for a small one-time fee typically, and then resell it over and over without having a recurring cost of goods. So a recurring cost of goods just means that every time, let's say you're selling a physical product, you have to pay for the product cost and you have to pay for shipping. So every time you make a sale, you're gonna have that cost. So let's say you're selling a physical product for $100 and your product cost with shipping is $20. Every time you make a sale, you're going to have to spend $20. But let's say that $100 is a digital product. There is going to be no recurring cost of goods, aside from some very small processing fees, which are for every single online business. And what this allows for you to do is start a business where you don't have to worry about inventory, about logistics, or very slim profit margins. Instead, you can start a business where you're actually providing value and you have basically a 100% profit margin. And when it comes to dropshipping digital products, we always focus on pain point categories. So there are a few main categories that humans, all of us have, is things inside of health, wealth, happiness, and relationships. So we are actually hitting pain points and providing digital solutions to specific problems in these categories. And in the e-learning market right now, this year, it's going to hit nearly $1 billion a day. Now the year is almost over, so that means next year it's going to be even bigger most likely, which is just insane to think about. So there's really no reason why you can't start selling your own digital products online right now. Now, I'm gonna give you the steps that Tim took in order to achieve the results he has, and also the few things that you're gonna need in order to get started. So when it comes down to starting your digital dropshipping store and making your first sale within the first 48 hours, you're first gonna start off by choosing a niche inside of those categories I just mentioned of health, wealth, happiness, and relationships. Now, Tim, he doesn't mind being transparent about his business and what he's actually selling, which is cool. So I'm not gonna get deep into his business, but he's had experience in the past of dealing with insurance agents in different markets. So what he did was took that experience he had in that market and thought of a few different problems that agents encounter and has started providing digital solutions to that market. So that's exactly where you have to start, is by diving into these pain point categories, choosing a specific sub niche that you know have specific problems in there. So that kind of leads into the second point that Tim did, is he started outlining those different problems inside of the market. So let's say within that market of insurance agents, they struggle with getting high quality leads at a good price. So that is a specific problem inside of the specific sub niche, which falls into the main category of wealth. And then comes the part of the solution. So for Tim and his business partner, Julian, they have experience in this market, so they were able to create their own digital solution, which ended up being a video course that teaches these agents how to get leads. So that is a digital product that can instantly be delivered to their customers whenever they purchase it. Now, another route they could have gone is finding existing pieces of content and getting the rights to them so that they can resell it as their own without having to make the digital product. And the way you do that is search up whatever your market is, and then at the end of that Google search, type in PLR, white label, any of those things, and you're gonna see what's called private label rights, where depending on the specific product and the details of the website you're on, you can buy these different digital products with the rights to modify them and resell them as your own. And it can even go as far as reaching out to different creators that don't necessarily sell the rights to them, but you can ask them how much they would charge for the rights to it. Now, that's a little bit of a deeper process, which we don't need to get into right now, because you can just start with the basics, which I recommend as a beginner, is to start with selling something simple like an ebook or a guide. These are all things that are very low ticket, which allow for you to find the PLR resource at a low price, buy the rights to it, modify it, and start reselling it as your own. That way you can get started without much risk, but a high potential to actually start earning a full-time income with this. And now I wanna get into the side of actually making sales. Let's say you find your digital product from a PLR resource, you modify it by creating graphics through Canva, and then you actually have your store listed on something like Shopify. How do you actually start making sales? And one of the great things here about digital dropshipping is the fact that you can start without paid ads. You can actually start by using the free traffic hacks through organic platforms. And that's exactly what Tim and his business partner Julian did when they got started. In the very first month, they did over $30,000 in sales, purely organic, without spending any money on ads, which is incredible. And we actually did a full-length interview, over an hour long, in person, diving into their business and how they're doing it. And that is inside of our digital dropshipping mastery program. So there's gonna be a link in the description if you wanna check it out before the price raises on January 1st. You can get all the resources and join our VIP community if you wanna accelerate the learning curve in your own digital dropshipping business. The main platforms that I suggest for getting free traffic and hopefully your first few sales pretty quickly is by using organic content on platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. And the reason I recommend these platforms is because you can get free traffic and essentially go viral for free. I've done this multiple times, not only for my own personal account, but for brands where we get videos to go viral. And it's kind of an awesome thing right now where these platforms will kind of just push your videos out. As soon as you post a video, they're gonna push it out to a few people. And if it's getting a good watch time, which is the percentage of how much of a video someone watches. So if your video is 100 seconds and someone watches 30 seconds, that's a 30% watch time. The higher your watch time, the more likely these platforms are going to be willing to push your content to more and more people. So by creating short form content when starting out, I recommend under 15 seconds, you can start getting a high watch time, engaging people that are liking, commenting, sharing, and then these platforms will just continue to push your content to more and more people, which is an amazing thing to have the ability to do right now. And I'm not saying every post goes viral. I don't want to just blow smoke up your ass here, but to be transparent, you have the potential right now to go viral and build a six-figure business without having to spend a penny on ads. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't run any paid ads because platforms like Meta and TikTok are great accelerators, but if you're really trying to bootstrap this process and spend the least amount as possible, you want to use these organic platforms to get started. Now, Tim and Julian actually did this in a special way. We talk more about it in the full-length interview, but what they did was actually go to an influencer in the space of their market and told that person that we're gonna give you a percentage of all sales if you'd like to promote our product, our digital product. And the person agreed to it, and it ended up doing very, very well. So how did Tim and Julian go from a few $1,000 days to nearly $15,000 in a single day? This is where the beauty of digital dropshipping comes in. Because we don't have to face the logistics issues of forecasting physical products, shipping them into the fulfillment center and getting them distributed, we have no bottleneck of fulfillment, which basically means that we can sell our product as many times as we possibly can. The more we can sell it, the better. We don't have to worry about a certain amount of inventory, which is great. And the other piece of that is the fact that you always want to keep building more digital solutions for your market. Tim and Julian don't just only sell that course. That's kind of like a beginner's offer where people can get into that, but then they're gonna have new problems. There's always going to be a problem in your market. So your job is to just create more and more digital solutions that are, one, going to help your customer, but also help you build your business and make more profit. So when you're starting out, if you're just a beginner in selling digital products, you wanna start with something lower ticket, under $50, like I said, an ebook or guide. So that way you can get proof of concept, which basically means you're just gonna start marketing, and if you get a few sales, then that's your proof of concept. You know that there's some interest in this and that you should start diving all into this and start building up this digital dropshipping business. To hit nearly $15,000 in a day is very much possible whenever you have that proof of concept of something that's working and you start introducing more offers later on at higher ticket prices. Then all you have to do is start getting more eyes and more traffic to your website, because all that means is you have more prospects, which are people that are potential customers, which then translate into paying customers. All scaling really is math. But you want to validate your offer in your market first before you start spending money on ads and doing everything you can to build up this business. Because if you have something that people don't want, there's gonna be no way for you to scale it. But whenever you do have some proof of concept, the scaling is pretty much infinite into your market because we don't have the restraints that physical e-commerce businesses have. Our job is just to keep creating good offers, keep helping our customers, and marketing as much as possible, getting more eyes to our ads, to our content, to our website, and ultimately into our funnel. And just about an hour ago, I was on a live call with our VIP members for Digital Dropshipping Mastery, and someone had asked me, is digital dropshipping as scalable as a physical e-commerce brand? And I said it's easier. So if you have a good offer, you know your market, and you watch all the digital dropshipping tutorials on this channel, there's no reason why you can't succeed. If you're ready to hit your first $1,000 a day dropshipping digital products, leave a big like and comment on this video, and I'll see you soon. Peace.